Okay, good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday for those that are watching live. I'm going to give this a second to show up in people's feeds and make sure everything is working. All right, here we go. Let's see, who will the first comment be from? Okay. All right. Good morning, Shirley. Shirley, thank you for being my first commenter. I'm assuming you can all hear me. I'm not using my AirPods today because I can't seem to find them. Good morning, Shams. Good morning, Carmen. You can hear and see me. Good morning, Shirley. Yay, you're joining me live today. So for those that are watching the replay, put hashtag replay in the comments. I would love to know if you're watching later. And thank you to everyone for joining. Good morning, Carol Ann. Happy long weekend. It's long weekend here. And that's always a good thing because that means my kids don't have to go to school on Monday, so we don't have to make lunches Monday morning. I'm off Mondays, so it's kind of like a regular week for us. But we do have a wedding happening this weekend. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. And I'm going to show you my henna. You can kind of get a bit of a glimpse of it right now, but I'm going to show you a close-up when I flip the camera. So welcome. My name is Zara Premji. For those that are watching for the first time, I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and creative coach in Markham, Ontario, Canada. I've been a demonstrator for 9.5 years, actually just over 9 years. I'm aging myself a little, and just over 9 years. And I got into card making kind of accidentally. I was invited to a workshop and I just needed a night out. It was a busy time with work and the kids, and I just needed a night out. And so I went, really not expecting to like what I was about to do. Well, when we actually started making the cards and I saw how easy and fun it was and how it allowed me to make something super pretty, even though I didn't consider myself creative, I was hooked right away. And so I bought the starter kit and I decided that I wanted to share it with others. And so I was doing classes and events. I still do. But it's also brought me into this world of Facebook Lives, YouTube Lives. And I really just love the energy that comes from sharing creative inspiration with all of you. And I just appreciate you being here. So if at any time during the live you have any questions, or if you're watching the replay and you have any questions, please pop them in the comments. I do get notifications. I try to respond to comments, but we're just kind of in a little bit of we're in limbo right now because we're in home renovations and we're kind of living between our house, not living at home, but we're actually living at my parents' house. So anyway, if I do take long to get back to you, please forgive me, but I do try and respond to questions as quickly as possible. Going to pause for a second and just say good morning to a few friends that have jumped on. Good morning, Jenny. Hello, Nicole. Good morning, Janice. Good morning, Linda from Texas. Thank you, Shirley. So we have a wedding this weekend. It's my baby cousin. I can't say he's a baby because he's really not anymore, but he's significantly younger than me. And I love the woman he's marrying. She is so fun and just really engaging and dynamic and brilliant. And I get along with her. And she loves card making. So, hello, like, of course, I'm going to love her. But our weddings traditionally are about 3 days of events. So, this wedding weekend started on Thursday and we had the henna ceremony. So let me flip this now so that you can kind of see close up what I'm talking about. So many of you are probably familiar with henna. We call it mehndi, and it's tradition for family and friends to put mehndi around a wedding time to wish the couple good luck. So I don't tend to put too much because anyway, it's hard to kind of function when you've got the mehndi on your hands and it's drying. So I did do a little bit. The woman that did this, it took her literally 3 minutes. Like I couldn't even believe how fast she was, and it just came so easy. And she was doing different designs on everybody. So that was from Thursday, and then Friday night we had what's called a sangeet, and that was like kind of a mini reception. There was about 450 people. I was asked to MC with my other cousin, so that was interesting. It was fun. I think we did a good job. I have to say, I think that all the Facebook lives that I've done, all the talking that I've done on these lives twice a week for 2 years, has really prepared me for being able to speak in public. Like I just felt less nervous than I expected I would. And I really attribute it to just just the opportunity to do it all every week, even though it's not necessarily physically in front of people. But anyway, it was fun. And we have the wedding and the reception tonight. So the wedding is this afternoon at 4:30, reception to follow right after. It's going to be an awesome time. It's going to be a late night, I'm sure. But I didn't want to miss the opportunity to do my Facebook Live and my YouTube Live. And I have to make a wedding card because I couldn't come into the house yesterday because of the storm and we had a power outage. And so I couldn't craft yesterday. So I'm making a card today and you guys are going to do it with me. So good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Gail. Hello, Aaliyah. Thank you, everyone. Okay, I know you guys are probably like, when is she going to stop chatting and start crafting? And I'm going to do that now. Okay, so I can't promise that I won't be chatty throughout, but yeah, let's get started. Okay. I'm going to be playing with some different products in the new annual catalog. And once again, I apologize for this glare. Let's see. Can we do this? Do anything about this? No. You can tell what my light looks like. It's this like overhead light. Anyway, hopefully you guys can see. So we're going to be playing with a few different products from the new annual catalog. Good morning, Donna. Okay, so we're playing with a few different products in here because this is how I roll. But let me tell you something funny. So when I was leaving my parents' house to come home this morning, I was trying to think of what I wanted to use to create the wedding card. And I couldn't help but think of the sweet Abigail Rose, which is on pages 56 and 57 of the annual catalog. And I was like I was waiting in line at Starbucks because Starbucks lost power last night and they opened late this morning. So I got to Starbucks at 8:20, but they weren't opening till 8:30. So I thought, let me just plan out what I'm going to do for the card. I open the pages. I'm looking at Abigail Rose. I have a really good sense of what I'm going to do. And then I come home and I realize I haven't ordered the bundle. So that kind of threw a wrench in the plans. I do, however, have the paper. So we are going to be playing with this gorgeous paper. It's called Abigail Rose. It's 12 by 12 designer series paper. And I'll just show you a little close up. It is stunning. It shows you the colors that are coordinating with it, and it's just beautiful paper. So I will use the paper, but I'm sorry to let you down. I will not be using the Abigail Rose bundle until I get my hands on it. I will, however, be using the Ranunculus Romance bundle. Now, this is a bundle that is actually in our January to June mini catalog and is going to be returning in our annual. So it's back again. And so because I haven't really had a good opportunity to play with it up until now, in fact, today's the first day, I'm going to be using that. And then I'm going to be using a sentiment from the Charming Sentiments stamp set. There are 17 sentiments in this stamp set, and these will cover you for literally every occasion you may need a sentiment for. So there's thank you, everything will be okay, beyond grateful, woohoo, hey there, super fantastic, mega news. And then I'm not going to read them all. I'll be using the one that says wishing you everything wonderful. And then I'm going to use congratulations on the inside. Okay. But it, like, again, birthdays, babies, just and just like that, cards, just to say hi, a little new baby card. So all sorts of really good sentiments. And then there's also a set of dies called the Sentiment Silhouettes dies. So you don't need to have the die cuts, but let me show you. These are super cool. I won't be using them on my card today, but these will actually cut out your sentiments. So for example, if I were to take the wishing you everything wonderful, I can take this die and this will cut out the sentiment. Okay. So it's kind of not new, but it's sort of trending. I see a lot of crafters cutting out their sentiments. They fussy cut them. And you don't have to do that with these dies because they will cut them out for you. So it's pretty neat concept. And so definitely that's an option if you want to get that bundle. Okay. Let me show you the card we're going to be making. If you don't want to see it, if you like to be surprised, look away. Those of you that have been hanging out with me for a while, you know that I love pink and gray. So it just seemed fitting that I was going to make them a pink and gray card. So look away. Here is the card. Okay. Isn't it so pretty? I mean, anything that has pink on it is going to be pretty. Let's be honest. Okay. So I'm going to be making this card here and I'm going to just get us started. So let's do this. And please continue the chatter in the comment section because I do look up every once in a while, and I like to see that I'm not talking to myself. Okay. The first thing we're going to do is start off with our designer series paper. So I have a piece here that is 5 by 4, but I don't need 4 full inches. I'm actually going to cut these into 3/4 inch strips, and I want 4 of them. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so this is a really good way to use your scraps. It's a good way to use a small piece of designer series paper, and then just we're going to chop it, and we're going to add it to our card base. So I'm using Smoky Slate as my card base, which is probably a little hard to see because of my background. So let me put the white underneath, and we're just going to put the strips down like so. So I'm just going to leave a little gap in between. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfectly spaced or aligned. You're just going to kind of eyeball that. And then when you're pretty good distances between the different strips, we're going to go ahead and glue them down. I would recommend using liquid glue because that gives you an opportunity to move things around in case it's not straight or as straight as you'd like it. This gives you an opportunity to move things around. Good morning, Rhonda from Arizona. I just realized I'm working off camera here. So let me put that back on. All right. So while I'm doing this, I know many of you that may live in Ontario were probably hit with a little storm, not even a little. For some people, it was a big storm. Here in Markham, we did have, it was funny. I was actually going to leave, I was getting ready to leave my parents' house to come here to my house to work on some stamp camp stuff and to design to create the wedding card and just do some other stamping work. And I was just about to put on my shoes, and then this massive thunderstorm hit, and it just suddenly got really dark, and there was tons of rain. They were calling for nickel-sized hail, which I didn't see, but it was that it went. It was just like lots and lots of rain and that kind of thing. While some of the power lines went out. I feel like I'm like in slow motion on the screen. I don't know if you guys are seeing that, if it's okay for you, but when I'm watching my hands, it looks they're in slow motion. So I don't know if our internet has recovered yet. I'm not sure. But anyway, so the power went out. My parents' house was fine. It kind of flickered on and off, but here it was out. So, and I think it just came back this morning. So I don't know about some of you, if you guys all managed okay with the crazy storm, but I hope everyone is safe and doing all right. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is some stamping. And I'm going to do some heat embossing with this one. Is it moving really slowly? Are you guys, does it look okay on your end? Please tell me it looks okay, because as I'm watching mine, I really look like everything is in slow motion. So I am going to do my stamping part next, and then we'll start to die cut and assemble some pieces. So I'm going to use my sentiment here. And yeah, it looks okay. Okay, thanks, Nicole. You know what? I long for the day where I do one of these live streams and I don't have any technical issues. I always seem to have something. You guys are super patient. All right, so I'm just stamping this in Versamark. I'm going to heat emboss this in white. And the reason I didn't want to use the dies that coordinate with this is because I'm a little obsessed with the deckled rectangle dies. So this is a set of dies where it gives the rectangle a distressed look. And this is actually a die cut. So you can see that. I better heat emboss this before that Versamark dries. So I'm just going to put some white emboss powder on this, tap off the excess. And let's heat emboss this puppy. Okay. Is it a little jumpy? I hope that gets better. Okay. So I'm just using my heat tool to set the white powder. It's such an easy technique, but just a huge wow factor to any card. So I love bead embossing. All right, so there we go. So you can just see, oh, I probably need a little bit more heat here. Sorry. There we go. All right, so there we go. You can see how nice it looks with the white popping on the black. And so we're going to set that aside, and I'm just going to finish stamping so that I can put my stamps away. And now I'm going to do the inside of the card. Okay, so I'm just going to take two of the stamps from the, or one stamp from the Ranunculus Romance, just this beautiful floral cluster. And I'm just going to stamp this on the inner, sorry, on the corner of the inner white piece that I'm going to stick inside. Okay, so look at that beautiful image there. I'll hold it up a little closer. There's a lot of detail. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a beautifully detailed stamp. And then I'm going to stamp my sentiment, which I've taken from the Charming Sentiment stamp set. And I'm going to do that in basic gray. Let me just see if I can get that relatively straight. My first one was not straight. That's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. I forgot to show you the Designer Series paper. I have the pack sitting next to me, so I'll try and remember to show that to you. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to die cut our beautiful flower. So this is what the die looks like. I have to still pop out some of the other little pieces, but I'll do that right before I stick it on. So one suggestion I would make for you if you are using the Ranunculus dies is to use the adhesive strips. Is that what we call them? Adhesive sheets, okay? So they come in a package of 12. And this pack will go a long way. I believe it's something like 13 or 13.50. It will go a long way. I'm taking a small piece like this, and all I'm doing is peeling off the backing, the sticky part. What do I want to do here? What do I want to do? Okay. So I'm just going to stick this down like so. Oh, I did that wrong. Okay. I'm just going to overlap a little bit here. All right. So I've got my adhesive sheet stuck down onto the back, and this is going to make my die cut almost like a sticker. Okay, so this is going to make it super easy to stick down. I'm just going to have to peel off the backing. So there are two dies used to cut out this ranunculus, and I'm just going to use my piercing tool to pop out these little pieces from the last one I cut. All right, so now I also recommend, if you have it, the magnetic plate is going to be super helpful to actually get this to stay. You want the outline to match up with the inner part. So I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm just taking my cut and emboss machine. Let me just move this a little closer. So here's my magnetic plate. This is newly released by Stampin' Up. They have been working on the quality of this because the original one we had was not up to snuff. And so they have come out with a new one. And so what this does is it helps to keep your dies in place. So you can see I'm moving this around, but the dies are sticking and staying where they should, so that it makes it easier to just cut it, and your die cuts are going to look prettier. Okay, so I'm just running this through. I know you can't see everything because of how close the camera is, but hopefully, ooh, you get a feel. I'm going to do this twice for good measure. Okay, so we've got that. Let's move this out of the way. And I had a die brush attachment. Let's see. I don't have it now. All right, so we're just going to take this off and just pop out some of these pieces here. Oh boy. This is going to be a problem because I doubled up on the backing. That was not smart. Okay, kind of blundered here. Let's see if this works out. So I've got 2 layers of the backing now. Okay. I didn't think that through clearly. So let me see. Oh yeah, it's working. And look what happens. As you peel off the backing, some of those inner pieces come out as well with it. So you don't have to spend too much time poking out the bits. A lot of it will come out on its own when you peel the backing. So now it reveals kind of a sticker, which I can use to stick this down so that I don't have to fight with liquid glue. All right. So we've got that. I'm going to leave this face down so that I don't get it stuck anywhere. And we'll do the same thing with the other one. And I've already cut this. And just going to peel off the backing here. And then once this is done, we're really just onto the assembly portion. So see how easily that comes off. It's so satisfying. It's almost like an ASMR kind of thing. Like it's just super satisfying. Okay. So I'm setting these aside. I'm going to move this out of the way and we are going to start to put our card together. And where have I put everything? Okay, here we go. So the other thing that I also did in advance was I cut these leaves. These are also from the ranunculus dies. Let me stop and see. Okay. Hello, Sonia. Thank you for sharing. I just wanted to make sure I hadn't missed any comments. So I'm going to take, and I need you guys to do something for me while I'm starting to put this together. I have 2 ribbons that we can use on this card, or we can use multiple, but the 2 that I thought I would decide between are the striped ribbon. This is a white and rose gold striped ribbon, or we have this soft petal pink. It's a petal pink soft polyester ribbon. I've never used this, but tell me if you want to see the striped or the petal pink ribbon on this card. All right. And while you do that, I'm going to start to put this together. All right. So I'm just going to put one in this corner here. And then just eyeballing my original, I think the other one is going to go somewhere around here. When you make wedding cards, like I'm obviously the wedding card is for the couple, but I love throwing pink or like pastel colors on it. So clearly it's more for the bride to enjoy than it is for the, okay, hold on, just reading the cards, the comments. I was just gonna say, clearly the card is for the bride to enjoy because I don't know that my cousin is really into pink. But she would love it. So, okay. So now I'm going to go and set these down. And you can obviously see the leaves a little bit through the openings of the ranunculus, but that is okay. It is not a problem. Okay. So we're just going to overlap them a little bit. Okay. And so you can see I didn't have to add any glue there. They just stuck down really nicely. And that's that. Okay, let's see. What are people wanting to see? I'm seeing pink, 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 pink. Okay, pink it is. You guys are my people. I did use the striped one on the first card, so I will show you what that looks like. And you get to see both at the end. Oh, this is so nice. This is gorgeous. It's like suede. Does anyone have this ribbon yet? It's like suede. It's beautiful. Okay, so we're going to cut this on an angle. And then I'm going to use my seal. It's so nice. Such beautiful ribbon. I wish you guys could just feel how soft it is. It really feels like suede. Okay, let's see. Which way do I want this? Yeah. Okay, so I'm just taking my off screen. I've just put a little bit of seal on it and I'm just folding it and putting it on an angle. Yeah, so let's see. Let's fix this a little bit. All right. And just going to cut this on a little bit of an angle here. There we go. And then let's grab some dimensionals. Oh, it's so pretty. Do you guys ever do that when you're making cards and you just look at it and you're like, oh, that's just so good. It's so pretty. That's how I'm feeling about this one today. Okay. I'm a little sleep deprived, so if I seem a little extra wonky today, you'll know why. We've had very late nights and yeah. Okay, our card is almost done. Let me put this inside. So I'm just putting my insert into the card. And this sounds bad, but when you stamp the inside of the card, there's less you have to write. I have lots to say. I mean, I've grown up with him, so I have lots to say, but still, sometimes, you know, when you're rushing to a wedding and you know, like you have to write the card, it helps to have something inside so that you don't have to write too much. Okay, so that's that. And we're going to use some embellishments. I need to have a nap before tonight. I wish, oh my goodness, it is really like a thing to get 5 people ready for 3 days of events. And the cost of the wardrobe, like the cost of the suits for the boys who are both men, like, and they're taller. One is taller than my husband, so he can't even leverage my husband's suits. They're so tall, and Zachary is like working out at the gym, so he looks like a bodybuilder. He won't fit into my husband's stuff. So we had to buy new suits for the boys for 2 of the events, shirts and pants for one of the events, new outfits for myself and my husband. My daughter, luckily, we got some hand-me-downs of beautiful Indian outfits. And so it is very expensive. Weddings are expensive, and our weddings especially because it's like 3 days. But anyway, everyone has looked very dapper and beautiful, so it's been nice. I'll post pictures soon. We've been so busy, I haven't even had time to post pictures. Okay, see, I'm so chatty. Okay, I am going to use the iridescent pearls. I'm going to put 5 on here because, let's see. These are, and my original had, I used that it's not sticking. My original, I used a different set of embellishments, which I'll also show you. What is happening with this one? It's misbehaving. There. Okay. So pretty. What do you think? I don't even know if you can see those iridescent pearls. I think I called them rhinestones, but they're pearls. You guys like Chatty Zara. Thank goodness. I wish my family felt that way. They're like, Mom, stop. Especially when I get on a rant, I have lots to say. I forgot about my envelope. Let me do that. You know, this is why I think this is why I especially love doing the lives, because I feel like I could just talk all I want and nobody tells me to shush. I am taking a piece of designer series paper, the same one that I used on my card. I'm putting some glue on the flap, and then I'm going to open this up. So don't leave your envelopes naked. This also means it has a better shot of not getting lost because it, you know, has a little part that'll stand out. So when we, you know, put it in the envelope box, it'll kind of stand out. It's always nice, right? To have like an envelope that coordinates with your card. So just stick down your designer series paper. It measures 2.5 by 6 inches. And then because I can't find my little paper snips, I'm going to use these gigantic scissors, which I normally just use for ribbon. Don't tell Zara. I've always told my family, don't you dare touch my crafting scissors for anything. I'm breaking my own rules because I really only use these for ribbon usually. All right. And you just cut along, use the flap of the envelope as a guideline. And then we've got a gorgeous coordinating envelope. Oh, I love it. I just love it. Pink and gray. I can make every card in pink and gray for the rest of my crafting life, and I would be a happy woman. Okay. Chatty, chatty, chatty. Here we go. I'm going to show you the original. Okay. So here's my original for those that had voted for the striped ribbon, you can see the rose gold sort of tints woven into that ribbon. And then we have, I'm frozen again on my screen. I'm hoping you guys can see me okay. Then on the, for the embellishments, I used the solid faceted gems. And I used these last weekend as well. These come in different colors. And I, of course, use the pink. So that's what you see on this card here. Those are the pink solid faceted gems. And then this is the one that I did on the live today with the iridescent pearls and the petal pink ribbon. So do you guys have a preference of the ribbon? Tell me what you think. I'm so glad you guys like them. And then of course we have our coordinating envelope. I think I like the pink ribbon. I think I like it. So that is the card for today. Everything that I've used today can be ordered from my online store. I will please, if you need to know where things are or item codes, please do nudge me in the comments because I am going to run and go start getting ready for the wedding. So I won't have a chance to do this today. But I will absolutely share the details of the products used. Just as an overview, we use the Ranunculus Romance Bundle. We use the Charming Sentiments stamp set. And then we use the Abigail Rose Designer Series paper, which I promised I would show you. It's this gorgeous paper pack here. And it is 12 by 12. And I'm going to show you really quickly. So there's Very Vanilla with black on it. It's stunning. And then on the back, we've got the smaller prints that just are more versatile, less florally. This one here, I think I've seen a card with this in the catalog, which I really liked. This is the back. So this is the Early Espresso and Crumb Cake, smaller flowers. And then we've got this one here with Crumb Cake as the background. And I think the flowers are an Early Espresso. And then we have this beautiful white with, there's little, you can't see it, but there's little petal pink details on here, and then gorgeous smoky slate leaves. We've got another black and Very Vanilla. And on the back, it looks like foolscap. Did I just date myself? Everyone knows what foolscap is, right? You youngins that are watching won't know what that is, but and then we've got this one here, and on the back, beautiful petal pink and white stripe. So it's a gorgeous paper. And then this is the one that I used today, and this is the flip side of it. So it's stunning paper. If you love florals, you need this paper in your life. You want to make sure you put it on your order. I will continue to use it because it's stunning. And that's it for me today. I've been talking way too much. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. Hello, Jamie. Thanks, everybody. So I will post pictures of the cards. I will post pictures of the wedding too, because I have about 700 that I've taken so far this weekend. So I will try and post pictures on my Facebook page. If not today, then tomorrow. I hope you guys all have a fantastic week ahead. I hope you're enjoying your long weekend and are doing something fun. Hopefully the weather and the sun is shining for you today. And I want to thank you all for joining me. And I'll see you guys back here next for Coffee and a Card. Bye for now.